and I'd like to welcome everybody to the November HomeBrew Robotics Club meeting. If you're not here for robots, you're in the wrong place. Okay. So, let's see. The top thing on my agenda is to do elections for the club. Who here's this is their first time? Okay, I need to go through the spiel. Okay, welcome. Okay, this is HomeBrew Robotics Club, and we're here because Google's letting us use the space. Thank you, Google. There's restrooms back there. That's probably the most important thing to know. And the way this meeting works is we do club-related stuff first, then we'll do a show and tell. And the show and tell is done first because many of the younger members have to go to school tomorrow and their parents can't hang around for the talk. So we do a little mini break after show and tell, and then we start the talk. And then after the talk, which is usually approximately an hour, then we do milling around and talking with one another. And then around 10 o'clock, we leave. In the when the weather's nice, some of us will go out and talk in the parking lot for a while. I'm not planning on doing that myself tonight, so it's a little too cold for me. Okay, club stuff. Okay, probably the most important thing for me as president is this past year we became a California unincorporated association. In order to do that, we had to have bylaws. The bylaws were approved last year. Okay, and the bylaws require an annual election. Okay, and the election occurs at the at the November meeting of HBRC, and then the new officers take control basically on January 1st. Not that there's any big deal about that. And they have a term that runs for the entire year. Okay. For those of you on the list, did some of you at least see my message about the elections? I'm not getting too much. Okay. So the way it works is usually in a club like this, we struggle to find officers. Okay, and so we're kind of no different. So there'll be 3 officers running again. Okay, myself as president. The Ciprianos, Rose, and Michael, who will be here late because they have to deal with all the traffic coming from Almaden or wherever they come from. They will be program chair and webmaster. Those are those 2 officers there. And then we have 2 other offices, which is secretary treasurer, and we have sergeant at arms, which is basically the person that manages the meetings. Okay. When I went around, my good friend Bill Benson, who's been secretary treasurer for a long time, right? 15, 18 years. He sort of requested, like, he wanted somebody else to take over. So we have a new person that stepped up to the plate. I always mangle names. How do you say your name?
Osmond.
Osmond has stepped forward and said he would become secretary treasurer. Okay. In addition, what? Sorry, I thought I heard somebody say something. In addition, Ed Katz, Professor Katz, who's not here right now, he also said he wasn't really doing much at sergeant at arms. Could I find somebody else? And I asked Ryan. Where's Ryan? Ryan, who is basically the person that helps us here at Google, has agreed to take over as sergeant at arms. So that's kind of our slate of officers. Let's not overdo this. Does anybody mind if we just do this all via voice vote and everything? No objections? Okay. Does anybody want to run for one of these offices who isn't on, quote, the slate? I didn't think so. Okay. So, all people in favor of electing in all 5 of the people who volunteered as the officers, who we see a show of hands. Thank you. All against? I didn't think so. Okay. Let's welcome in our new officers. Okay. That's pretty much it for the election. Thank you. That was quick. I'm going to try and schedule the one board meeting that we have to be at the SIG in January at the Menlo Park Tech Shop. Okay, if everybody can agree to that, and then that's where we do what little planning that has to be done in order to keep this club going. And that will be an open meeting. Anybody that wants to show up will be able to show up and give their opinions. Okay. Any other news? Okay. I don't see Camp yet, so he's got the club Turtlebot. Has he absconded?
He and Willie are on the road.
He and Willie have taken off? Oh no! No, I think our problem is there's people that are struggling with traffic. Okay. So are there any other club related issues? If not, we can start show and tell. Okay, let's start show and tell. So who has the robots to show? We've got Dave, come on. William? Okay, that's pretty short show and tell. I'll show some of my stuff, but it's going to be short.
Well, I'll show Brutus in the fill-in.
Okay, we'll do Brutus. Okay. Well, I usually just sort of sweep across like this. So.
I was going to ask Ryan. Ryan, is it possible for me to do the VGA hookup on this, or I don't want to screw up the speakers? So maybe somebody else can go first.
There's a guy out there who's going to have a demo, but it's loud and he's practicing.
Okay.
But if it gets it working, he'll be good.
Okay, so who is next? William, would you be willing to?
Sure, hopefully use a projector too, but.
Oh, okay, we need
The
projectors.
camera can just zoom in on my laptop.
Okay.
We don't need to goof up the speaker here, I can just bring a chair.
Yeah, I think that'll work well.
Okay. Last time we were here, we were giving away stuff, and the rule is when we give stuff away, we want it to come back, preferably on a robot. Okay, so we had a mini ITX board that was available, and one of our club members said he would take it, and he did. He what did you do to it for us?
It's even worse. It's still not.
You turned it into just a PC, but you haven't turned it into a robot yet. You may not turn it into a robot. Okay, so at least something happened to it. A lot of this stuff goes out and it just never manages to come back. Okay, so you're still working on it, audio visual there. Okay, so